Hello guys, this is audible. So in this session of Pantech Learning's Mastermind program, we have talk about the topic of embedded IoT domains and then BCI brain computer interface, and after that IoT with embedded. So first we talk about IoT. So we start with IoT. So IoT is nothing but you guys are know nowadays we have that most of the products will be come up with the internet, right? So with the help of this internet only we can easily communicate with each other throughout maybe in the smartphone to up to you can connecting with any space network. With the help of internet we can do anything in this internet of things architecture. Start from the sensors and actuator. So when you take on down the sensors, we need that any product that may be designed with the sensors, then only it will take. You can take any smart AC or a smart TV. You can take anything with the help of the sensor only. We can interact with that product or devices, right? So in that part, next the second stage will be a internet gateway. In this internet gateway, you can see that part to control. For example, you can take anything. You can take smart devices that with the help of that monitor. So in this monitor we need not only this monitor. In this monitor only we know that the devices will connect with internet or not. Okay, so after that we can do anything with the help of this internet gateway. So once internet connected means you can communicate with anything on the internet. You can upload anything on the internet. You can download anything from the internet, right? So in the third stage we can do that process, like we are uploading a data or we can downloading a data that maybe comes under this HIT. After that the stage 4 is nothing but a cloud platform. In this type of this internet of things, we need any data means once we taken out the WhatsApp chat, that all the data will be stored in the cloud, right? So same thing, you can take any data, you can take any website means that also the we need space to upload the data means that will be a cloud. So in this cloud platform we are using this internet of things. We are uploading the data for the future use. Okay, so that will be also comes under the internet of things architecture. So in this part of this basic, if you are doer projects related to this internet of things, you can take this. This is one of the example of this health monitoring system. So in this part, we are taken out a processor as Raspberry Pi. Here I am talk about this IoT. So we are taking down the we can connecting with the internet, so we can monitor the data with the help of this internet. We can take down this accelerometer and then pulse sensors and then buzzer and then power supplies, GSM module, all they will be connecting through it. So with the help of this we can easily know this is a one of the projects which is related to the basics of upcoming domain or coming up now domains, right? So here I'm talk about this why I mentioned this. This is a health monitoring system, why we need to do this project or like that means it will be a one of the future. You can take the nowadays we are using this one of the products related to this health monitoring system. That is one of the this one is a health monitoring system. Nowadays we are using this, right? So when we are do that project means we are know that how the sensor will work, how they will do that project. So here we don't need that type of big processor. We need just a controller or any, say, embedded SoC chip. Uh, so with the help of this, we can easily fabricate it with the help of that small sensors like heart rate sensor, SpO2 sensor, temperature sensor, and blood pressure sensor. So all the sensor will inbuilt on your smart devices like smartwatch. So once you wear it means you can take down this all the part. So when you are doing projects related to this healthcare monitoring or anything which is related to that IoT or any part, so that will be useful for designing of the projects related to this type of devices in future. So growth of the IoT will be taken out from that 1988 will start from that IoT 8 devices. In 1992 itself, there is a 1 million devices are there, but they are not needed that much a number of internet. So, but what will happen means that after that years of year, they will grown up every time. You can see that smart watches, smart bulbs, smart refrigerator, and smart windmills, smart traffic signals like that. They are inventing new. After that, what will happen now? 20 after this 2020. 15 billion devices are will have that internet of things that will be connected on it, right? So in future also there may be increased. So in this IoT market, what are the companies which will taken over this internet of things as that much for their future? You can see this, there are the many top companies will investing on this IoT market. So when you are do a product or when you are to design any project or maybe be product that will be useful for you to grown up any new coming companies, or that maybe fresh companies, or they will taken over you, and they have that great future on the internet of market. So what are the current application we used in now in the scenario means most of the peoples we are know that we are most people are interested to do a projects related to the smart homes or a smart home automation, right? So there are some many number of devices will comes under the smart home part. You can take the some of them smart thermos start smart lights, smart fridge, and a smart door lock system. Other than that, in the part of this, we are wearable products like a smartwatch, activity tracker, a smart glass. There are also many devices will be coming up from related to this IoT wearable devices. And the third one is smart cities. We have the smart parking system and the smart waste management. Other than that also we are do a many project, but what will happen means they are come up with upcoming years as a devices. Once it will form a devices means you can easily taken over this internet of things. You can, if you go anywhere to do as IoT engineer or anything means they will easily taken you once you got your profile. And then the fourth one is our smart grid, smart metering. So we are the help of this we can easily note down that how much amount of current or what that will be used in your home or in your companies or like that. After that one, fifth one is industrial IoT or industrial internet. So most of the nowadays what will happen means all the part of this will be an automation comes under automation. We already know machines are doing an automation process, and also all the machines are connecting with the internet. So with the help of that what will happen means in this industrial IoT, AOT that may be used in future, there are several number of job vacancies, or otherwise you can do any project related to this internet of IoTs in industrial that will be useful for to grown up to easily placed, or easily the companies will easily taken you over by the interview because of this type of projects. And sixth one will be your connected cars, remote control cars, you can take over it. So with the help of this remote control car you can take it as a connector. With the help of this connected car we can easily each car will be easily connecting with the internet. So in this another one, connected health. So we are easily connected with the help of this internet through the doctor. So mostly nowadays after the corona we are already working with this connected with the internet. During no one is go to hospital, they are taken over the internet for their inquiries, or if they need any consultants means, they will with the help of internet they can easily do it. In future then maybe increasing with this apps or devices which will helpful for them. uh, Eighth one, smart retail. This will be implemented so far 20% of in around the world, but what will happen means they not no not much, that much level higher than it. Because of this, we can see we don't need to go anywhere, just you with the help of this. Normally if you take any Flipkart or Amazon, any app means you can just click and add to a cart, it will automatically come to a home. But here in this retail, smart retail, we don't, if you go to the shop also means with the help of this IoT, it will can not only this IoT, it will help of this image processing, or with the help of this AR VR technology, we can go into this shop virtually, and we can purchase a product. And also if suppose if you are doing it as a real time also means, we not need to pay separately to them. So once you take over the product means, it automatically it will add a cart into account. Once you come back through means, it will just send you that messages, this are the product you buy, this are the product list you buy, and it will be cost you already paid. Like that it will be happen with the help of this IoT. And then smart supply machine, supply chain. In this part mostly we are already using further in the shipment purpose. And then the smart farming. So in agriculture, not only smart farming, in agriculture part also, most of the people are using in foreign countries, they are using this IoT for their agriculture. In our in future, that maybe in the around all the around the world, most of the people are using this IoT in foreign smart farming and the smart agriculture thing. IoT is for smart cities. We already discussed in this previous slide. We are need that most of the thing, because if you want the city will be grown means automatically that state or the country will be grown automatically, right? So in this part, mostly we are doing in the smart cities to save energy, to save electrical power, to save water, like that. Everything will be saved with the help of the smart cities. You can do we can start the thing with in India. We have that digital India plan is there. So with the help of this, the 100 smart cities are around the country will be changed as a smart cities. We have that smart road of highways and the smart road of many projects are implemented. We just cross over those plans. What are the implementer right now, which will be present in your India? We can take over the smart cities with a 5 number of plans. First one will be smart pins, and then smart parking, smart lighting, and then water tank level detector, and smart pond management system. Smart bins, we started smart bins mostly most of the people's for the college days also. If they do any projects related to this means, with the help of this ultrasonic sensor, they can do this product as smart bin, right? So here in the smart bin, we just once you dust or any waste will be present in the smart bins, it will be overflow means, it will indicate that people who are clean that dustbin. So they just send a notification to the people or like that. Here I just mentioned is with the help of the LoRa technology, they can sending this notification to it. uh, so this is one of the project which is implemented the few years ago, before the smart cities or this digital India project came. So they were normally doing this project as the help of ultrasonic sensor. It will the project will be go on. Here they mention any microcontroller, the any part they will using for this project. So that will be implemented in real time as smart bins now. So here in the smart bins, we can, once you segregated the waste into the two type of waste, once it will be present means it will be it have that, not only that it will be indicating that notification to the user, so notification to the driver that who cleaned that dustbin. Not only that, they are adding so much a number of future to on it. To This is one of the product which is developed, comes under the smart bins with the help of this IoT. And next one is a smart parking. In smart parking sensor, vehicle present or not, how we can fill that smart parking system or like that, we need to present it, right? Here I just mentioned with the help of this LoRa technology the same. Here we will take note this traffic in parking vehicles which will be present. So in this is also one of the project which will implemented a few years ago, that will be a smart parking system. With the help of this system, we can indicate that how much number of cars will be present in this. Likewise, it will be parked perfectly or not, like that. It will be mentioned with the help of this part. It will be also connected with IoT. Here I mentioned as a ESP8266, or you can take it as a Arduino as a microcontroller. With the help of this Wi-Fi module, we can easily connect with the internet. So once it will connected with the internet, it will easily send a notifications, or when data will be uploaded into it, what how many number of vehicles are present in the slot on the road. You can, if you go before means, you can just see through the mobile, you can see that how many cars are parking on the road, if that road is busy or not. Likewise, we can easily know with the help of this project. So now it will implemented in real time as parking sensor by the Bosch automobiles. So the Bosch will implemented as parking system. They are inventing as to park a car smartly on the roads. And then also it will gives you that in the second picture you can see that it will analyzes the how much number of cars will be crossing over the floor, and then it will be counted it, and it will be gives that, it will every time it will update it on the IoT. So if anyone need to park on this floor means, it automatically tell you that the floor is full or not. So that likewise it will be gives the type of result. Not only that Bosch, they will, most of the companies will be invented, but in this art Bosch will be designing it so much number of projects which related to this automobile. So suppose if you need to do a project related to this type of automobile means, it will be easy for you to get placed in the Bosch like type of companies. Next one will be smart lightning. So in the smart lightning, it will be the LoRa module with this. It will be already imported in our India as a Jamshedpur. They are controlling this whole street with the help of this smart lightning system. So it will be, once a crawl will be crossover means that on that time it light will turn on. Otherwise it will turn off. We have seen that in many movies. Like if the person will be goes under the way means, automatically light get turned on. Likewise, it will be a smart lighting project will be implemented in your India for a digital India project. This is also the few years before we are do the projects related to the smart street lights. We are simply do this as a with the help of this sensors with the LEDs. We can do this project as a smart light system. But in nowadays it will implemented in not only this digital India project, it will be used for many other countries also. In smart street light system in Chennai, we are using this smart light system for a real-time purpose with the lamps. Next one is a water tank level detector. Is installed across that, how much number of water will present in your water tank. We can easily know with the help of this. So this is also one of the part of your smart digital India system. So this is one of the few years ago they will do a project related to this. If you are do or you can develop any project related type of things means, that also useful for you to develop any product related to this IoT. Okay, so not only in past, you can do it now also. If you are interested to do with with our means we will support you from this pantech. So this type of technologies will be implemented in future. So every time if you do any project that will be in future, that will be huge demand for you to get into that type of technologies. So this will be implemented in this water tank, or that will be in second picture. You can see that is a one of the whole the project which is developed, and it will be that is nothing but one of the box. They will be developed as a kit. So once the kit will be can install, it means with the help of this kit you can easily get a notification from your mobile itself how much number of water present in your tank, water tank. You can know. Next one is smart door locking system. In this part is not comes under this digital India project, but this is one of the base IoT project. Most of the people are interested to do a project like this in a smart way. Uh, for a safety purpose, we need to do connect the door as a remotely. You can see the door is locked or not. You can see anything with the help of this internet, or you can easily know this part with the help of the smartphone. You can without any using any key, the door is locked or not, we can do it. If any visitors will come in through, you can see into the mobile. You can see that visitor or any other person will come in through the mobile camera or mobile monitor. Also you can see it, and you can unlock the door on your room itself. So this is now implemented like this in only many hotel rooms or many uh, big organizations. They are using this type of things. In second picture you can see this smartwatch. Also we can easily access to control this door lock system. So it will be developed every time when you are do any projects related to this type of recent technologies. It's not only this IoT we have seen in this session. We have seen that many other technologies will be covered. Next one is our embedded system. In this embedded system part, we are taken over this microcontroller to microprocessor. We can see this ESP8266 and Arduino, and then Jetson Nano, ARM board, and then Raspberry Pi. So we are taken those all those type of things. You can take the ESP8266 have a Wi-Fi module, and this Arduino which controls. We have that more number of analog to digital pins, and in comparing with this Raspberry Pi, Jetson Nano is more faster than it, and then board also. We if you do any projects, that if you do any basic learn any basics related to the assembly language or embedded C language, those type of languages, means we are start with this type of ARM board, or you can take it as a Pi microcontroller or 8051 microcontroller. So in real time we don't use that much level, because of once you learn that 8051 or big microcontroller, means that will be easily uh, who understand those assembly languages. But what will happen means in real time we are mostly using this embedded C and Python languages. This it's a Nano board and that Raspberry Pi board, both are will support this Python language. So you can easily do that project related to this. Not only this Python, you can do a C++ language also to do a coding on it. LoRaWAN technology or LoRaWAN network also comes under this your embedded system part. If you do need to do any project related to this technologies with the embedded system, means you can choose this LoRa technology. In this LoRa technology is nothing but is a technology which related to this type of network based thing. You can see this RFID and ZigBee. So these are the oldest one when comparing with this LoRa module. So Wi-Fi module we guys know, and then 5G technology also we know that 2 to 3G, 4G, 5G like that. So LoRaWAN is a more number of data rate will be high, and then your LoRa technology will be compared with things other technology, it will be more faster too. And then another one technology is nothing but your Wi-Fi. So with the help of this, most of the people we know that Wi-Fi, but here you mention as a Wi-Fi is nothing but your light fidelity. So we can transferring a data with the help of this light. It will be easy to communicate with this one person or one point to another point. This operator range of frequency is nothing but terahertz, which will per 100 seconds. And then also it will be cost will be lower, and this you guys know that in physics they are it means that spectrum range that will be in this part of the light this will be in visible light spectrum range, it will be visible in your eyes. And then network topology that will be used for point to point topology they are using. So with the help of this Li-Fi, we can communicate with to here. This is one of the projects. A few years ago, they are done data transmission from one point to another point. You can take it as a transmission and receiver. Both will be connected from the one end, and then transmitting receiver will be also connected with another end of the Li-Fi. So they will transferring data from this point of this laptop to this another point of laptop. They will transferring the data easily. So what is the purpose of this type of transmission in this recent technology means in now it will be converted into that Li-Fi devices as in Lumex. You can see that Lumex is one of the biggest company which will be using this Li-Fi as a main technology, or otherwise you can take it as a core technology. So normally if you in underwater or acoustic region you can send any radio waves means it will get not signal will not getting properly, right? So in this part of this we are using this Li-Fi technology for to replace the radio waves. So with the help of this we can easily know that if you do anything or you can communicate one point to another point, one ship to another ship, or if you do any research on the acoustic region or the under the sea, or means you can use this technology to communicate with this each other. And there is a many number of applications on the acoustic region will be using this Li-Fi technology of devices. If not only this part here we have mentioned that in Li-Fi technology, with the help of the Li-Fi technology in this tunnel lights also it will control. And then normally if you taken that smart bulbs or smart lights that also controlled with the help of this Li-Fi technology. Another one application which will comes under this Li-Fi technology, you can take in out that one driver with multiple trucks project. So once you driver in the first truck, it will be your only one driver. The other trucks will be not driverless trucks. So it will be once that Li-Fi technology will implement in the first truck means with the help of this they will easily combine with the other trucks to follow our. Another one, second picture, I already told you that Li-Fi technology we use it for in acoustic region. Not only that, we are using Li-Fi technology for our military and navigation purpose also they are using. And then AR/VR projects, those type of things also they are using this type of Li-Fi technology on it. In this Li-Fi technology, we will implement it in India. We have in 21. We are implementing the two villages will take over this whole Li-Fi technology for their thought. So one of the people who invested on it, they were given that Li-Fi technology based schools, hospitals, post office, government offices, all things will be controlled over this Li-Fi technology. Uh, they will be putting this now on primary school. This it will be a distance of 1.5 kilometer. That it all will be comes under this Li-Fi wireless optical communication technology will be implemented in real time in our India. So not only this, in future there may be upcoming it will be implemented in many villages or many cities likewise. And then most popular IoT platforms which will comes under this part. We can see this IoT Google Cloud Platform or Open Remote, ERI, Velocities, and that layer, ThinkFlow, IBM mostly we are guys know, and then Amazon WS, which will be paid now, and then Microsoft Azure, Oracle, and then Cisco IoT Cloud Connect. So all things will be using this IoT platform. If you do any project related to this type of IoT platform means that will be using for that will be useful for you to grow on IoT later based technologies or AI related fields that will be easy to get a job on it. It means not only this, if you're new or if you're fresher to take on over this type of technology means first you've done a projects on basic IoT platform like a ThinkSpeak or Blink or likewise basic thing. So once you are fulfilled that type of, once you fulfill or you can take it as a good on that those type of basic IoT technologies that will be as an open source. You can do this paid IoT platform for a project. So you can see this. This will be nothing but I already told you that things speak. So in this first picture, you can see this uploading of data that will be nothing but your weather monitoring system with ThinkSpeak. So once the weather will be monitored, that will be uploaded into ThinkSpeak for the future purpose. So now what will happen means the all will be converted as a one of the app. So in this through this app, you can see this all this weather will be how much weather will be present now. Right now, you can monitor those weathers with the help of this IoT. Another one project which related to this IoT is nothing but your home automation project. So this is one of the major part. You can not only this LEDs, you can take on connecting with any other smart bulbs, or you can take any fans or lights. You can connect anything with the help of this home automation project. That will be now currently we are using as Amazon Alexa, right? So in Amazon Alexa, one of the time we are connecting with the wires. Now what will happen means it will what will be connected within system or of your home itself, right? So automatically, if you just give it any Alexa turn on light or turn off the light, likewise you said it means it will just take on the controls. So that's why here I mentioned as Google Home or Amazon Alexa as a controllers. Other than that, Nest, for example, you can take the Nest is used for heating purpose. Suppose if your home will be get a very cold means like that, you can take on this Nest for a heating purpose, and then the key or is nothing but used for a security purpose. We already seen that door lock system, right? So that also is comes under the step of IoT technologies. And then Philip huge, we already guys know that Philip smart bulbs is there. With the help of this smart bulbs, we can take over this type of lighting basic technologies which comes under this IoT. These are the applications which is related to this IoT. When you take it as a gesture in your mobile or that like that means with the help of this you can that will be a low cost one. But in this part here we mentioned as a wireless sensor. If you go for accelerometer or any other wireless sensor devices means that may be ultra low power will be happen. Likewise, every type of thing it will be needed some number of ranges. For example, low cost with the consumer with the purpose of thing. If suppose the low power consumption means that will nothing but your industrial IoT. I already mentioned one. And then if you are going for a healthcare monitoring or IoT in the medicine side, if you are using it means it needs a low power to high range thing which need. And then industrial IoT we also take that sometimes it will get a noisy thing. And then wide bandwidth is also needed. For example, if you need to connect the whole IoT for your whole hospitals or like that means that need a wide bandwidth to take over this connecting of all devices. And then industrial IoT with the aerospace, you can likewise also you can connect it with the help of this low bias stability error like that. Next one is the robotics. Most of the guys we hear about this robotics is nothing but it will be a future, right? So other technologies also will have a future, but in this robotic part, we have some limitations to control over it. Nowadays also we are doing many robots which related to this type of thing. If you need to carry out any robot means there's you need to control any action, right? For example, if you do any action means the robot is needed to repeat that action like that. If you instruct any human to do action means that it's not possible because they are getting tired. But robots they are not getting that type of thing. So automatically they perform the task from first to last. It will be same. So if you develop any robotic projects or if you develop any robotic kit like that from now onwards means in future if you are become a robotic engineer, suppose if you are interested to do any projects which related to this robotics, first we know about it what are the components you need to do or you can create any robot. First we start with the manipulator or rover is the main body of the robot. You can take it as a links, joints, and then structural element of the robot. You can see that if you see any 3D printing machines means these are the things we need to create for the 3D printing machine. And then end effector also it will same thing as a 3D printing machine. But what will happen means support this end effector, there is nothing but your final position like a hand or fingers, that will be a end effector. For example, pick and place robot, if you taken means that the end point of the pick and place robot will do that whole action, right? So there is nothing but an end effector. Another one is nothing but an actuator. We can see taken as a servo motors or stepper motors, which who controls that links and joints. Right. So if you want to connect control that any links and joint means we need to connecting this help of the actuator to control over it. Right. So servo motor, stepper motor, or hydraulic cylinder, you can do anything. So depends on the robot. You can take on the step of actuators. Actuators is nothing but it will, if you do any mechanical motion on it means there's nothing but a actuator. Okay. And then sensors, we already told you that sensor is collecting the information to that system. So suppose if you do any project related to this type of robot means soft sensor is a main thing. Depends on the sensor value only the whole project will be work, right? So for example, you can take a uh, agriculture robot means before we are putting water into the field, we need to know that moisture level of the soil, right? So first we do the sensor part to do the action. uh, it had a arm robot have some arm to place that sensor on the soil. If that will be already wet means it will okay. Suppose it will dry means we need to uh, give some water on the agricultural land, right? So likewise, sensor is also a main role for the robots. And then fifth one is a controller. I already told you that the controller only do that before doing action. We need to those sensors values will be stored on your controller only, right? Other than that, suppose if you do any project later to this major thing or main thing, for example, normally if a human have a brain like that, the robot also have that type of thing, will be nothing but processes a brain. So okay, so it will be taken over this whole part of that. And then fifth one or sorry seventh one, you can take it as a software, which is nothing but your operating system. So it had a robotic have a separate operating system. In your project, suppose it to be a very little bit of robot or like it takes a small number of low cost robot or like type of small robot, mini robot means that not need this type of ROS or like that. Suppose if you need to do in any advanced technology or advanced number of things will be embedded in your robot means we need to do this in a ROS is needed. These are the some examples. Softwares is nothing but iOS, sorry, OS, ROS, and then application of software depends on it. And then processor, we can take a note that it will be used to speed up that system. And then controllers, which receives the data from the PC and controlling the whole actuators. And then sensors, that may be vision sensor, a touch sensor, a speech sensor, like that any sensor you can give. Actuators, servo motors, stepper motors, and the hydraulic cylinders, we already know that motors which will comes under this actuator. End effector is a welding torch, you can take as a paint gun. Many IoT or any other industrial robots which will using this type of end effectors, we are seeing the next slides. And the manipulator is nothing but a main body which contains links and joints. Sensors, we can have that sensor, how much of sensor which will needed in this part. So end effector, we already seen that is nothing but it's a gripper of the, if you take this any holding any object or any, if you need to hold anything means with the help of this end effector only we can hold. How we can hold means now likewise in our finger we have that gripper in the end effector, it will hold that anything. And then actuators, it will be used to controlling our arms and gripper, both of the thing. And also we need to move on any robot, we need to move on means with the help of the smart actuator only we can move on it. Controllers, we already mentioned that Arduino microcontroller or ESP8266 or 8ESP32 microcontrollers we are using. So this is one of the control or a operating system which will come taken over the whole robot. If you will do any projects on the higher end or do any projects in the big size of task or large environment means with the help help of this robot operating system we can do it. So it will be that much complex. If you do any projects once means that you can get a easy to know about this ROS. What a supporting platform which will comes under this robotics means, if these are the OS platforms which will come under the OS. If you do any projects on the Raspberry Pi or Jetson Nano means also these are the operating system will be used before that. So when we are working with any mobile robots, you start from here. Before you go for this higher end robots, first we start with type of things. We are providing internship, or we are providing a training to this type of smart robots which will come under that. If you do mini projects or like that means, you can use this type of mobile robots. That will be easy for you to get into it. Robotics technology. Just to give you one sample demo of this mobile robot. This is a Wi-Fi Bluetooth control robot. First I will start with the Wi-Fi control robot. With the help of this IP address, we can easily control the robot. There is a web page which will be taken over this control. Here I mentioned as a four to five buttons: left, forward, backward, right, stop. Likewise, by get have put a button. So with the help of this clicking a button, we can easily control that whole robot. Next one is a Bluetooth control robot. We are planning with our HC05 Bluetooth module from a mobile. So with the help of the mobile itself, you can easily connecting with this robot. There is a separate app which will be placed in your system, which is nothing but it will be voice control robot. With the help of this Bluetooth app, you can easily control giving the voice command to control your robot. Not only this robots, there is a many robots like obstacle avoidance robot or line follow robot. Likewise, many robots are there. There is you can start with it. Another one is industrial robots. Industrial robot, you can take it as a arc welding. In industrial robot, it has taken as a arc welding, machine tending, and then material removal robots, and then part transfer, and then spot welding robot, and metal forming like that, painting and dispersal robot. We have many robots will taken over this in the industrial side. So if you do this type of starting with your basics robot means, it will be easy to understand what is behind the type of robots logic. So once you will get a logic means, you can easily know that how they will work. Final one we comes under BCI technology, is a brain computer interface. So in this technology, we guys have seen it in many movies, like with the help of this brain we can easily control any part of the human, any part of the machine or any part of the robot we can control. You guys have seen this example of many movies. In this part, with the help of this BCI, we can take over the signal from your brain, and then you can processing into it. After that, you can use it for your people, or you can take over this as a control for in the future purpose. You can, again example, you can take it as biosignal which comes from your brain like a EEG signal. So you can, after that you taken over this EEG signal, you can, it will be sent into a BCI. After this BCI, it will send it to the controller. So in the controller, there may be any robot, or that may be any products, or it may be device of the paralyzed person means, we can easily control that robots, or control the devices. You can take an also start from signal acquisition. Signal acquisition nothing but it will take over the signal from your brain, that may be a EEG signal. So in this signal, you can, that will be a raw signal. You need to process that signal with the help of the signal processing. If you know about the signal processing means, it will be easy for you to process with it. Otherwise also no issues. Nowadays we are having that many sensor which will already it will be inbuilt on it. so no issues, you can take over the sensor, and it will be easy for you to processing it. So once you understand the signal processing means how the signal will be processing, you can know. After that, in final part devices, in this devices part, that will be changed into your signal will be changed into a frequency or values. That value will be monitored by the commands. For example, if you are in high alternation or a high meditation, means they are given a certain condition. For example, you can take that many in this part of this BCI we have that three values or three commands. There's nothing but your attenuation, meditation, and many other values or many other waves which related to this attenuation and meditation. First we know about this, what are the commands you can take over this devices. You can take this data acquisition, you start from your brain. We can reading out the signal from the brain. So once it will be reading the signal, we do the pre-processing stage. After that, future extraction of your brain signals. So once it will be finished, it will be converted into the translation algorithms. So we are already setting some of them of algorithm that will be applied to the signals. Once it will be finished, we can see it in the visualization part. Okay, so these are the possible way to figure out your BCA signals. So this one is a visualization. We are visualizing this BCA waves. Another one is nothing but your audification or sonification. So we are converting the signal into a sound or music. You can hear it from your brain, and then you can take it as a physical form of thermal electrical conversion or vibration type of thing will be happen with the help of, depends on the value of the brain. Vibration happen or thermal happen, or likewise it will happen. Other than there will be olfactory stimulation is nothing but depends on this mind where it will gives you that what type of scent you need to smell, or like that they will suggest you. So we are putting the electrode in the frontal lobe of your brain, something but your head front. So once you forehead, if you connected with any electrodes or BCA sensors, means it will be easy to communicate with your EEG signals. So once it get connected, means it will be taken over, this EEG form of signals will be converted into the digitalized form. So that will be doing the pre-processing. After the stage that signal processing it over. So once it will finish, we can take out the visualization part, or otherwise you can communicate with the wheelchair, or we can take out this paralyzed person's plastic hands on paralytic legs also we can control with the help of BCA. So we have the several number of signals which taken over from the BCA. We start from this 0.524 Hertz is the delta wave. If you are asleep, means the delta wave will be more present in your brain. Suppose if you are awake, means on that awake part you get a little if you are in a creative mind, that time if your theta value will be 4 to 8% of Hertz will be present. Suppose if you are like a very relaxed state, means that alpha value will be more, like 8 to 13 hertz. And then suppose if you are in the any thinking state, means that beta value of 13 to 32 hertz will be happen. Suppose if you are do any puzzles or problem solving type of thing, means that time if your gamma rays will be more comes under the range of 32 to 100 hertz. So data acquisition, we have that several number of types of BCI. We start from this invasive BCI. So invasive and non-invasive. Normally, if invasive means it will be inbuilt. We are putting the chip into the brain, and we can use it. Non-invasive, it will be taken over that brain to monitor the brain signals. Okay, so after that will get over the signal correction and pre-processing get over. So we are communicating with any locomotion of a wheelchair. Otherwise, you can communicating with a person to screen monitoring or like that. It will process, and then orthostic control also it process with the help of this non-invasive BCIs. And also it will be happen also in invasive BCIs also, when you are input in a chip in your brain, that also the same thing also happen, but there is a little bit of difference, or little bit of accuracy will be changed from this invasive to non-invasive. So non-invasive, mostly we are taken out EEG scans we are taken out from the hospital, or MRI scan we taken out from the hospital. These are the poor resolution when comparing with this invasive BCIs. These are some of the example of that EEG signal, and then MEG, and then MRI. And then now invasive BCIs we can take over this. We are taken out this invasive BCI as if you need to control your hand means with the help of this invasive BCI we can easily control. So if you the chip will be in the point of your inside that skull, sometimes it get damaged when that signal will be more processing on into your brain tissue. So it will be used only for that fully paralyzed person. They do a research on it, and then they are succeed also. Okay, so with the help of this they are implant that chip which will be taken as an electrode. BCA electrode will be implanted in your whole brain. So once it will be inserted means we are taken out that values, reading out the value from the brain. Next one will be a partially invasive BCA, which will be implanted on the upper level of the skull. You can see this guy, he have that above the skull we are having that BCA which will be present on it. So with the help of this they can easily control their own hands with the help of this thinking and capable of that BCA. So once it can inserted means it will permanently into the brain. So it will be easily for you to do any action. Impossible to possible things may happen, but there is a many number of system which will be holding this whole process. Next one is a wireless BCI. Wireless BCI only we are using now. So in this part we are doing this wireless BCA for entertainment purpose, and then gaming purpose we are using it. So with the help of this wireless BCI we can connecting with the AR VR technology, so we can do any game or anything we can control with the just help of this thinking power. So if you just focus anything and you need to control anything means with the help of it you can easily do this process with the help of this wireless BCIs. If you do any game means without any joystick you can do it, you can play it. Okay, so final one goals other than that entertainment and gaming purpose we are using this BCA for our you will never lose an ability to communicate. For example, if some people have not able to communicate with others, they have a mind stroke or a brainstorm stroke or anything that will happen means the VC will helpful to communicate with others. That will be game, and then also it will be easy for you to move again. For example, they are fully paralyzed or their spinal cord damage or anything will be happen means with the help of this VC they are trying to move on from it. Here we have the project which related to this BCI is a mindset which we continue with the BCI sensor. It will be interfaced with the Bluetooth. So there is an interface module. Bluetooth module is inbuilt on this mind wave or a sensor, which will hold over this MATLAB. Will be linked with it. So once we are linking with this MATLAB, we are taken over this part of technology like you can take over this ZigBee module as nothing but your system. So once your system will connect with this serial communication part, the same you are having the microcontroller or anything, you need to communicate with the same system. With the help of that we can easily control any wheelchair movement or home automation movement, or likewise do any project which is related to this BCI. We having so many projects which will come under this BCI technology. So there are several number of applications also there. Not only this gaming or entertainment purpose, the wheelchair or assistant robots or peoples with a disability. We need to control the devices or anything. So we have a lot of things that maybe in future there are many devices will implementing which related to this type of thing. Not only for the paralyzed person, for a person who are lazy or like that, which also they will using this type of things. They are not need to move anywhere were just they were thinking means they were like easily controlled. Nowadays we are using for remote or using the smartphone to otherwise you can clap your hand to control your lights or like that it will process. In future just with the help of the thinking itself we are need to control the light on fan or any home automation thing. With the help of this BCI we can easily control just with the help of that brain power or blinking of eyes. So these are the application of operator monitoring, forensic light detection. So when you in olden days we are using that light detection as a mini big project. Nowadays they are comes under this as a devices, which light detector will be easily for you to detecting of devices. Other than that, we have used it for entertainment purpose, and then many people are using this technology for gaming purpose also. And then healthcare monitoring also we can happen with the help of this BCIs. You can visually you can control or if you can visually you can do anything with the help of this BCI technology. So we are doing some many projects which related to this form of BCA. Just to show you some picture which will taken over. This first picture will be nothing but your pick and place robot. With the help of this BCA, we can take up a pick and place robot which will come under the BCA. Not only that, that second picture you can see this. There is a mind link sensor. It's a BCA sensor. With the help of this sensor, you can easily control this moving robot, or you can take it as a wheelchair. This is one of the prototype model which here I will place. This will be also implemented in the future model also. This is another an example. With the help of this BCA technology, we can easily control this brain itself. It can control this whole game. So in this game, they are using some BCA sensor which will read out from your brain. So with the help of the sensor, they are adding some process with you can take it as a EEG electrode and amplifiers. They're converting this the whole digital signal into the electrodes, so that whole electrodes will be testing into the from the brain to amplifiers. Okay, so final one we can take now this communication over this disabled people. We are taking this wheelchair. So we also done this project which comes under this wheelchair based project and home automation based project. And just to show you that on video which related to this. So with the help of this Bluetooth only, we can control the whole part of BCA to your system. Here we are mentioned as a MindLink sensor is a or BCA sensor. So we are connecting the BCA sensor with the help of the MATLAB. You guys are here about this MATLAB is one of the software tool. For the study purpose, many students are working on it. So here I will mention this part, the MATLAB. We are taken over this whole project. So we are setting some baud rate and we are giving this port number of the serial communication part in this code. Once it will be get over, we are having this some number of range like bulbs and then fan and then part. So here blinking status is nothing but once you with the help of this eye blinking itself movement itself we can easily control this part. So it start working. uh, so blink to switch that will happen. So this is our EEG signal which comes from the brain with the help of this BBC electrode. So once it will blink means it will stop and it will be getting that value. After that it will again start working. So we can open this Arduino. This is one of the code. You can see this serial parallel communication here. Just clear this output and I will show you. So light turn on. Likewise, if you blink means at the next will be your fan will turn on. ways it will be get processed. Another one project which will comes under this part, it's a neurospiller. So in this neurospiller we can with the help of the side blinking movement we can easily type the code on your system. Type a code or nothing but you are taking out the keypad. With the help of the side blinking you can easily control it. Show you the demo. So in this brainwave sensor, this will be your keyboard. You can control this whole part with the help of this eye blinking. So 1, 2, then 3, 4 is nothing but your rows which will select once you click blinking on this. Means what will happen means one, it will automatically get you into this first row, and if you, it will be moving up continuously. If your blink means automatically the C will be printed here. Likewise it will be print every time you will go into it. So once it will fully, if you are printed means you can, with the help of this fourth row, you can uh, take out this whole string or a whole character to speak into it. So thank you for listening to this session. We have that numbers if you want to contact your pantechelearning means for the online store. This is our number, and then for the Chennai branch of 982553348 or 81 also you can contact. Likewise, Hyderabad, we have branches in Hyderabad and Vijayawada and Kovai too. If you want to do a project, or if you do have that, maybe in this recent technologies like this type of BCI, embedded IoT, and the robotics also, we will provide you the support to you. Thanks for listening, watching and listening this session.